Blake Production.
Yo, let's get into it. Okay, we're looking at Wonderfi Technologies. Now, this one's my new baby girl, right? We're going to treat her nice, and we're going to watch her very carefully as she grows, cuz we got something very interesting going on here. So, last week I marked out this little box, right? And I pointed out how although we had this massive ramp up on the news that we were merging with CoinSquare, which is a very they're a private company that's regulated in Canada, and them merging together would create the largest crypto exchange in Canada. And I think that that's huge, right? So that is a bullish catalyst to aid the stock in increasing in price. But until we figure out if that is for certain and that it does go through, what I was thinking is we would see a fizzle out in price, and it would take a little bit more time to develop a base at this new higher low range, right? That could be the case, but I could also be wrong about this, because when I look back at a few different charts, right, this is reminding me very much so of DeFi back in August 2021, right? So this is a Wonderfi breakdown, but I'm going to go over DeFi real quick just to give you guys an idea of what I'm looking at here. Now, keep in mind, I was watching this very similar situation. We had this massive pullback, right? We had this trend line that was holding us back for quite some time, okay? And then we get this pop. Now, this pop creates a bull flag. We get the bull flag coming in, and that kind of signified, right, that, okay, we are taking some gains on the way down, but we're creating a higher low in retrospect to the bottom, and we're getting ready for a nice ramp up, right? So look at this pattern in DeFi, and it ended up going hundreds of percent from the lows. So from the lows, it ended up going 555%. Now, this could be happening in Wndr. I'm not saying the exact same thing's going to happen, but what we need to pay attention to is, the possibility of this happening. Okay, so it's very similar. We have a major break of a trend line. It's on news. We're pulling back, creating some sort of a bull flag here, or a higher low. It might not be the most perfect bull flag, but we are creating a higher low. Now, something that I think is important is if we do get this push up higher, right? This is what we need to consider here. I don't think we're anywhere really. It might be the early rumblings of a bull market in crypto, but it's not like this is mid 2020, early 2021 type of bull run in crypto. We are very early to the next bull run, so we need to take that into consideration. We might get a nice pump here, right? But I don't want to look at this too short term, right? This pump will give us a nice opportunity. It could bring us back up to these levels here, right up into this range is where I'm thinking. 131. We could get it might take a few months where we get this pump that leads us into this zone, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily over, right? We have some resistance along the way. Of course, we must beat 41 cents. Then we got to beat the 54 cents level, 60 cent level, right? So I'm going to mark out the resistances so this makes sense for a lot of people here. But 41 we got to beat, right? 60 we got to beat. We have this level right here, 86. We got to beat that range. We then got to come up to $1, right? So there's levels that we have to work at to beat in price. It's not just going to go straight up. And if it does, get ready to have a straight down period of time in this name. But what I'm looking for is, right, this massive pattern is going to develop, but longer term, right, this could be the bottom. Longer term, what we want to look for is getting back up to above $3 and plus once we get into the next bull run. Okay, so I'm thinking pretty long term on this trade because I think there's there's massive opportunity. I will be taking gains along the way, but I have a stash that I will not sell unless my thesis here is completely destroyed. But keep in mind, this is what we're looking for on Wonderfi. You've seen the DeFi pattern, right? Not saying that that's exactly going to happen here, but it's very, very similar looking. So I want to take advantage of that. I'm already positioned pretty well. I'll be adding shares if I see we start to curl up here when it comes to Wonderfi. So that's the technical breakdown that we're looking at here. I hope you guys have been following, and if you do enjoy and you like watching these videos, subscribe, share, leave a comment. I love interacting with all that because I'm expecting to get a lot of growth this year. We're going to be posting a lot more, and I'll be doing multiple updates. I also will be starting a mentoring business. So if you're interested in that, shoot me a DM on Instagram. I could give you guys a preview of what's going on. But essentially, look forward to a mentoring business coming into play. So if that's something you'd be interested in, I'd love to provide that service. Peace, guys.